Foreign firms buy up strategic American assets, many are wondering just what in this country is not for sale. From port terminals to highways and airport facilities, foreign firms, some of them government-owned, are looking to buy up as much of this country as they possibly can. And there are trillions of dollars available for their purchases. Christine Romans reports.
A British company controls the power generated from Niagara Falls and is now buying the country's 5th largest gas distributor. The 8-mile-long Chicago Skyway belongs to an Australian-Spanish consortium under a 99-year lease. That same group now offering almost $4 billion to control 157 miles of the Indiana Toll Road.
These have always been seen as part of America's assets. The biggest question is, if this is such a great deal for a foreign investor, why can't Indiana do this itself?
But it appears inevitable there will be foreign control of swaths of the interstate highway system, conceived by President Eisenhower to move our military from coast to coast. The Indianapolis airport is already run by a British company. A German company controls much of the electricity and gas distribution in Kentucky. And the Bush administration wants to make U.S. airlines available now to foreign control. Congressman Frank LoBiondo is fighting that and says everything should not be for sale in this country.
I don't think it's probably a threat to have foreign ownership of a coffee shop, although I'd rather see it U.S. owned. But we get into critical infrastructure, it's a whole different story.
Whether port operations or airports or airlines, he says keeping control of strategic assets is not protectionist, but common sense. And security experts say the U.S. sells control of critical assets in a way the buyer's countries would never allow.
I don't know where that ends. Does it include nuclear power plants and other pieces of critical infrastructure? I should hope not.
But many fear this country is already well down that road.
They worry that the top priority of the U.S. government is to fund its deficits. It takes about $20 billion a week of foreign investment into this country just to deal with our trade deficit, Lou. That's about more than three Dubai ports deals a week when you think about that.
Absolutely. And the idea that we would continue to sell these assets against the threat now, primarily brought to you by your local lobbyists, suggesting anyone who's concerned about a key infrastructure asset is anti-Arab, is racist, is a xenophobe, because we're concerned that in the time of war, our airlines would not be available, their aircraft would not be available to move troops. And already we have just about 60 flagged U.S. ships that are owned by the United States out of 10,000 cargo ships in the world. It's remarkable the position that we have allowed ourselves in this country to get in.